Political analyst Professor Lesiba Teffo joins me now to weigh in on ANC's internal politics. A very good morning to you. So we've heard the president there saying ANC business is nobody else's business, but quite frankly, it is our business, isn't it? It's a whole country's business to know what's happening in the ruling party.
It was just a reaction from a politician to a politician, perhaps irritated by the how, not necessarily by the content, because obviously he knows as much as I do that the business of ANC is the business of the country. And the business of the country is the concern of the ANC, as they are charged with presiding over matters of state. That cannot be contested.
No.
But perhaps the context is something else.
He also says that people have confidence in the ANC. Where does he get that from?
But again, who's speaking, by the way, is a politician speaking. In the heart of his heart, he knows that the people have lost confidence in the ANC. He seems to be making some good noises, taking some appropriate steps, perhaps towards restoring that confidence, but that is going to be a long and arduous journey. But the evidence before him is that the confidence in the ANC has taken a serious dip, and the previous election attests to that. How many metros did he lose? Last year, 2019, the decline of numerical strength or support of the ANC attests to that. The rot and the corruption that everybody talks about it. The show that is going on, the sorry show that is going on at the Zondo Commission speaks to how deep the rot goes and the loss of confidence and the trust in the once glorious movement. Because all that is being said and done is in the main by the cadres deployed.
Yeah, I mean, even if you chop off the head, I mean, that rot runs so deep. But do you think the president's going to have to get tough on Ace Magashule? I mean, it seems that he doesn't really want to go anywhere. We've got the former KZN mayor, Gumede. She doesn't want to go anywhere. Is that going to be a tough battle there?
It's a bit unfortunate, and I don't want to be drawn into this thing of trying to project Ace Magashule as the public face of corruption. I refuse by all means possible. The rot runs so deep. Nobody denies it. Yesterday they denied that much. But there is concurrence, almost universal concurrence, that something has to be done. And I think the right steps are being taken. And I do say the greatest challenge lies in what is going to be done with the Zondo corruption. There may be a few souls here and there that you're about to deal with. But are they ready in themselves, the Armageddon? Because what we are hearing, what going on there at the Zondo Commission, if they are going to follow up, and they should, and they are putting in a tight corner, not to, yes, a lot is going to happen within the ruling party. And I would hope that they would have the necessary gumption to follow up to the hilt.
If they do follow up to the hilt, what sort of impact do you think it could make on the elections? Because I should imagine that the president of the ANC wants these people to campaign on their behalf.
People campaigning on their behalf, that is not a big one for me. In Africa, people are not voting in the main based on principles, policies, and really what the parties can offer rather than what is in it for me. It's not about the ANC. It's about African politics, unfortunately.
Okay.
Up to now, even if you were to call the elections tomorrow, I have no doubt the ANC would still win.
Yeah.
But the reconfiguration, I see it in the offing. You know, in philosophy, we talk about the interregnum, right? The old takes too long to die, and the new takes too long to be born. But a process of maturation has begun, and something new would come. And like others who said, and I do say so myself, that we need a reborn and cleansed ANC. It would be good if it were to split. It would be good if it were to lose power, to go and be reborn. And then the charlatans, delicious, those who are taking it as a behemoth to benefit out of, they will fall by the wayside. And good men and women in the ANC, and there are many of those who will remain and restore the movement and can still come back. But it would be a good thing for me if they were to lose power, go back, cleanse themselves, and come back again.
Okay, let me ask you this, because we're running out of time. Forgive me. I mean, yes, wouldn't it be fantastic? Old guard goes, we get some new, young, fresh, clean talent, but it's a sorry state that we're in when it comes to the opposition, isn't it? I mean, we've got lots of little sort of independents rather than uniting and posing a good fight.
Look, the opposition is in disarray, no doubt about that, right? But it can still realign itself. You know how Arab Moi was brought down, how KANU in Kenya was brought down. An election prior to that, in Kenya, they fielded about 27 presidential candidates. You can't unseat a sitting president when you behave like that, no. Such splinters. But the subsequent year, they acted on block and fielded one candidate, Mwai Kibaki, and that's how they brought down that. So this Molanyana's party is in the opposition, yes, unless they realign themselves and field one candidate, and then they can do that. But to achieve that also, we need an amendment of the Electoral Act, because I still maintain there are good men and women in the ANC, and even out there in the rural hinterland of South Africa, who could raise their hands and say, I am available to serve, and they could make a difference. Yes, let's change the Electoral Act. I think we are moving in the right direction, although I must say, I was not impressed with the president when he appeared at the Zondo Commission, because he seemed to be saying to us, presidential elections are not good for South Africa because Donald Trump didn't behave well, and we don't need a Donald Trump in South Africa. We cannot use that as a standard. The world is following that route, and the winning nations of the world is following that route. Why shouldn't we?
Let's leave it there. Lesiba Teffo, good to talk to you. Thank you.